guys.
Well guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm out for my pre-dinner West Highland Way. Let's see what everybody thinks about what I'm going to be doing on this trip. What do you think about this West Highland Way trip, Vanessa?
I think it's a marvellous thing. Keep walking.
Laura?
I think you're very ambitious.
Ollie?
Sorry? Ah, yeah. Good luck.
Good luck. And then I've got here Pau on the bow, one of my local Mallorquin hiking partners. Pau, any thoughts on the West Highland Way?
Yeah, I'm very worried for you, Nin. I think, I'm not sure you better make it. I think you're gonna.
I think after this, lads, I think we're gonna make it.
Salute.
Salute, Pau. Well, it's 4:37. Absolutely knackered. Never even slept last night. Got through security, and I'm on my way to the gate. Well, if it fits, it flies, and it fits. Well, we've made it. Just getting off the flight. Just arriving to meet me nephew, Michael. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
All right. Well, we've made it to the start of the West Highland Way monument, starting point. Just done some pictures, and we're about to head off down the little path on Route 2. Where are we going this morning? Drummond. Off we go. So if you've watched any West Highland Way videos, you've probably seen all of this 10 million times, but nevertheless, I will include it in my little blog for you. This is just the start of it. As we walk down here, and then we probably say to each other, which way? Which way? I'm guessing. Any idea? Well, just reached this place, little cafe. Fort William, 92 miles. And you've got Michael admiring himself in his own phone. A few people on the trail behind us and in front of us. It's been quite a leisurely walk up to now. A little bit of uphill, a little bit of downhill. Nothing serious. And the scenery is definitely improving as we leave Milgai. Well, Michael, how do you think it's going?
Excellent.
Aye, we're having a good time. The weather's great.
Packs are feeling good.
Packs are good. I think we've done maybe 3.5 miles or something up to now. Been going about, an hour and nearly an hour and a half. So, yeah, great. Onwards and upwards. The scenery is getting better every minute. Well, look at this. The view is just opening up now. We couldn't have been luckier for the weather today. Well, we've just stopped at the Beach Tree Inn for a quick drink. And, Michael, a few plasters. Michael is hoping that we'll get to Drummond. We're going to find the boots. A few compeed.
Cheers.
Cheers. And hit the trail again once we've had a little half an hour off, aired our plates of meat out, and had a little sit down. Look who's this? I think it's Bob and Penny. Oh, we're just 2.5 miles from Drummond now. Just walking over this lovely bridge here. Just arrived at the Honesty Shop. Everything is £1.50. Right, we're just arriving at the flickin' Clackin. Michael, how about the Clackin? Look, Michael's been to the spa and he's bought the whole rack of compees. Here we are at the Clackin and we're going in. What are you doing with your feet, you wee poof? Well, we're all ready to hit the road again. We've just had a refuel in the Clackin. How are you feeling, Michael?
Trying to sort my feet out, but I think they're on the mend.
I bought my pair of socks, so onwards and upwards. So just left Dryman about nearly 45 minutes ago actually. That's the first sighting we've got of Loch Lomond in the distance. We're on this track up here, which is taking us towards the bottom of Connick Hill, which will be ascended in the morning. How are you feeling?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Are you refreshed? We're rocking on. So just come out of the forest path there. It's 6:30 now, and that's the view down there onto Loch Lomond. And if anybody's wondering, there in front of us there is the famous Conic Hill, which we'll be going over in the morning. Just come across this little flock of sheep here. Come on, pet, catch up with your mum. There's just something about sheep, that, especially lambs, that just makes me think of mint sauce. There you go, get through the fence, petal. Do you not think of mint sauce when you think of lambs? No? Well, we've just found a camping spot which is right next to a river. It's actually marked on Michael's, got an app, and it was marked as a wild camping spot. I've just got the rainbow all set up. I'll do a little walk around in a minute. But in the meantime, that's the view there down onto Loch Lomond. And round the corner here, we have Michael in the QU. Michael,
Aye.
do you wish Donna was here? It's a shame Donna didn't come with her QU, because she's the only other person I know that owns one, to be honest. That is the QU from America. So this is a camp position for the night. Got the old tarp tent double rainbow lee over there, and Michael's got his QU all set up. He's also looking very comfortable on the Helinox high back chair there. What do you reckon, Michael?
I'm pleased I brought it.
Is it comfy?
Really comfy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Cheers. Looking down over here, a lovely view over Loch Lomond, and up here Conic Hill that we've got to go over in the morning. Lovely morning, lovely night's sleep. How you doing, Jackie?
Fucking sound.
This is what it's all about. Getting down to the glen. Get your teeth done. Get a little wash.
Well, we're all packed up now. What time is it? It's 7 o'clock, and I've just had the same trouble as Michael here. Your bag never compresses down when you repack it, the same as when you did at home. So just left camp a couple of seconds ago, and it's just beautiful scenery down here. Got this little bridge and the river there. And here we have the view of Loch Lomond as we come over the top of Conic and heading back down the other side here. Absolutely breathtaking. This is Loch Lomond. Just come up and over Conic Hill from the campsite. And we are going around the shore all the way up to the end. Well, we've just left the cafe, had another bit of breakfast there, and this is the view over Loch Lomond. You can actually go and camp on that island if you want. Here's Michael, and that's the view down there. And we've got, how far we got to go, Michael?
22 mile?
22 miles.
22 miles to the end of Loch Lomond.
We're going to stop for lunch in about 3 hours, and then it's going to be 6 gear to the end. Well, we're just on our way around Loch Lomond. It's a really pleasant walk along the side of the loch. Basically, it's just like along a forest track that's sometimes you're along the water's edge, sometimes it goes inland a bit and veers back and forwards. But absolutely beautiful, and we've been so lucky with the weather. There is a few spots, but what the hell, we're not getting drenched. Onwards and upwards. So this is where we are now, just walking around lakeside. I've got some people over here with a fire going. We're actually just walked down to the car park, and 5-0 was there. There was a big sign, prohibited camping from here. So we're just hoping we can press on tonight and get out of the zona prohibido. Mushrooms, anybody? Not at all! So we're not far now from the lunch restaurant, which is about, I think, a third of the way around. and we've just come to this campsite here. There's actually quite a few campsites on the way around before you get to this area where you could pitch up, but there is a camping restricted zone, so you've got to be a bit careful because we just bumped into one of the rangers there before. So we just bumped into the park rangers who monitor this camping area, and just asked them the question, what happens if you get caught camping and you haven't got a permit, because apparently they only issue 5 permits a night. And they just basically told us if it's a one-off, nothing happens. If you get caught twice, then it might go to the fiscal authorities and then it might get investigated. But the nice park rangers just told us it's basically intended to stop crowds of people coming here and setting up for the weekend from the cities. So she just said the likes of us who's doing the West Highland Way, setting up late at night, down in the morning, and then heading off, nothing to worry about. So a bit of information if you're thinking about doing the trip and you are going to camp on the Loch Lomond stretch. Jesus. 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 There's some lovely little houses along the trail here where you can stay. This one is a unique home stays. Very nice. Look, it's right on the loch. So just had a lovely lunch in this pub behind us here, right on Loch Lomond, and heading off now. I reckon we've got another 3 or 4 hours to do tonight before we get to somewhere to camp. Here's Jason. Check it out. Eee. Hello. Alright, just a moment, dog. Well, we've been walking, it's now 6 o'clock, we had a lovely lunch and been looking for somewhere. We passed somewhere like this before and we said nah, but we're both really tired, so this is the second place, and as you can probably see over there, it comes with a free bag of charcoal briquettes and a tin of sweet corn. And there's also another little fire area right down there on the shore side. We've got a water source 100 metres away and about 10 zillion gallons of water in front of us. So Michael, this is it. Somehow we've got to get out of this mess. Well, that's a tent all set up. Lovely little pitch here right on the edge of Loch Lomond, and we've got a little fire down there for later on once the sun goes down. Hopefully the wind dies off a bit.
Well, good morning. It's 6:30. We're just waking up, and that's the view. And it looks like Michael's already got his tent down.
Well, we just arrived at the hotel. It's a lovely waterfall here.
Well, unfortunately, there was no breakfast at the Inversnaid Hotel, so we're having to cook up a bit of oats. I'm having baked beans. I can't face the oats again.
So just done, I think what was said to be the hardest bit of the Loch Lomond, the northern section. Just come along this straight, open track, which I just said I better do a video. This is the memory. Look at the weather. Well, I think that's it. I think we are just coming off the trail at the end of Loch Lomond now, and don't underestimate it. It's some people say the end part is harder, the end third. There's a lot of up and down, but to be fair, there is a lot of steep inclines on the first 2/3 as well. So I wouldn't say one part is easier than the other, but don't underestimate the Lomond. And that's it. Just at the Benglass campsite, and this little dog's come to visit. Hello. Do you do paws? Give me paw. Give me paw. No, he doesn't do paws. Anyway, nice to have a visitor. So we've just arrived, I was saying, at the Benglass campsite, and gonna have a chill out here. Lovely bit of scenery, lovely weather. It's this time of the day when all the latecomers arrive, hobbling in, and well, one group just got a big clap there. Here's a couple more just arriving. It's 5:25 now, and it's probably so many tents are here now since we arrived. A lot more. So we're just heading to the Drovers Inn for dinner, as it's Michael's birthday. There's a sign, and it's just up here. Apparently it's a bit haunted. One of the girl on the campsite with the dog stayed here and said it was a bit spooky, so we'll see what it's like when we get inside. And this is it here from the outside. You can see it's centuries old. Definitely a bit spooky. We're outside having a walk around this place now. I mean, it's really, it's like the haunted house. Look at it. Do you reckon? What about the floor, Michael?
Zoom in on the windows.
Look at the windows.
Yeah. Go around and get them.
I think it's skulls. This is it from the front. Look. That's a couple of ghosts. Well, we've just been for dinner, quick drink in the bar, just come out. Look at all these tents now. It's incredible, people coming in and going out still at this hour. Well, good morning. Just left the Benglass campsite, or whatever it's called. And, what time is it now, Michael? Just gone 7?
Just gone 7.
Just gone 7. We're all packed up, we're on the trail. And bit of a night last night. There was a lot of those Thermarest crinkly mats crinkling around me. At one point I thought Gary Lineker was going to come out of the tent with a bag of walkers. It was pretty bad, like. So yeah, on the trail heading towards the Bridge of Orkney today anyway. Bit of rain this morning, but it's cleared up now. Onwards and upwards. Look at that, just come around the corner, there's this lovely rocky gorge here with the river running through. It's actually like something from America, isn't it? It's like that movie, Deliverance. Yeah, look at this, Michael. Tinder and massage, called Pat. Do you think Pat's a man or a woman?
That's what I was thinking. Here comes Jason with his umbrella.
So this is the Lockhan, where the lost sword of Robert the Bruce ended up, and threw it in there somewhere. Just arriving at the famous TJ's Diner. So we've not long been left Tindrum, the burger joint, which was quite nice, and on our way to Bridge of Orkney now. A little bit of a track down the Scottish Highlands here. Sun's got out. Can't really grumble about the weather, to be honest, guys. It's turned out another nice day. A little bit of rain, a little bit of cloud this morning, but not too bad, to be fair. And on we go. Oh, I was just going to have a little bit of a standoff for this bull here. But he's actually moved off the trail. There was one back there, just stood on the trail, and I was kind of thinking, he's going to run at me. Done about 18 miles so far today, just arriving in the Bridge of Orkney. So guys, we've just left the Bridge of Orkney hotel, well, where Michael and I have had a couple of pints, maybe 2.5 maybe. And we're just here by the river where the bridge is, just over here to the right. Somebody's got a fire going down there. But the smoke doesn't come over in our direction, there's going to be problems. And there's already there's about 3 tents here already. So we've just pitched up, got the top tent double rainbow down here, and Michael is over here with his Kuyu. And are you getting all set, Michael? And we're here for the night. We're just about to get the chicken curry on in a few minutes. Just getting a bit of dinner on the go now. Got the old chicken curry, stoves out, and boiling the water up. Right, that's it. The show must go on. What can we do? I've got the midge net out now. Well, that's it. All packed up. Leaving camp. On to the next spot now. Here comes Jason. Day 5. In West Highland Way. So just on the ascent up, we've got the Bridge of Orkney down there. And so far a lovely morning. This is the route as you leave Bridge of Orkney. You have to go over top of these passes. And it's just like a light mountain track basically. I presume we're going up here to the right. Some lovely views opening up as we walk along this track here. As you walk along this track, you come to a little summit here. There's a pile of cairns here on the top of it. You can walk up, and it's just like a fantastic view all the way around. I just stopped at this place in Inveroran. There's a little coffee shop, a little bit of breakfast there, and heading back on the trail. Look at that for a place to pitch. Yeah. This is all part of being on the trail, getting your water so you're bee free every so often. So we're just heading up the other side now, and the view is opening up. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll spin around and show you behind me there. Look at that. Really nice. That's just looking back where we've just come from. Got 2 tiddlywinks on the tail. Got 2 what? Tiddlywinks. This is the view. Just looking back where we've come from. Over down there, which was the Bridge of Orkney. Look at that for a view. Just love these mountain rivers up here. Absolutely spectacular. Michael, do you know what she said? She didn't want anybody else. But do you know what it was? She was lying. Well, we're about 3 miles from King House, just heading up the track now, and this is the terrain, this is the route. I didn't mention it before, but yesterday I was on trail and I just got a right pain in my right arse cheek, and I ended up with a bit of a limp on, to be honest. I don't know what's set it off. I did have a little bit of a spill down one of the banks going round Loch Lomond. I don't know if I pulled something there or what, but yeah, it's really been a pain in the arse. So just pressing on best I can. I mean, I did all day yesterday. I've downed a load of ibuprofen, and I've put the ibuprofen gel all around my right butt cheek. That's all I can do, but it hasn't been easy, and it's certainly impeding the time I've been normally making. So just thankful to Michael just to taking his time and hanging on for us, really. But that's the way it is, guys. You never know what happens on the trail. Here comes Jason, slowly but surely. Proper pain in the arse, it's like. So we've just arrived at the King's House Hotel, which there it is. Done 11.7 miles this morning, and they've got public showers and toilets and everything here. We've not long been left the King's House Hotel. Lovely lunch. A little bit weird in that restaurant, but nonetheless the fish was absolutely beautiful. And look at this mountain here. That's just incredible, that. Really spectacular. Just arriving at the Devil's Staircase. So This is the Devil's Staircase. It's actually, I don't know if it's going to get any worse or what, but it's not really much different to the other paths we've done, to be honest. Certainly nothing compared to what I have to deal with in Mallorca. Just a rocky, stony path that we would call the Route of Stone. Here comes Jason at the top of the Devil's Staircase. So when you come over the top from the Devil's Staircase, this old lady we met going up, that must be about 75, fully kitted up, she says, oh, it's a long way down at the other side, and well, we've already done one really long ridge, come over the top of another one, and we've just got just miles and miles of mountain and track. It is a really long way coming down the other side of the Devils. Another bridge, and we have been on this track coming down from a Devils at the other side. How long now, Michael? 2 hours? A couple hours? Must have been a couple of hours. It is never ending. It's arriving into Locheven, or however you say it, and this is don't know what this building is. Just arriving at the campsite now. This is the one with the cute little cabins. Look at this. It's garden gnomes. Good morning. Well, we didn't find a camp in the village last night. We camped outside the village, about a mile up the trail actually. God, I'm looking tired. And we've just left the camp this morning. Didn't even get any video off last night. It was up wet when we got there, so on the trail now to Fort William. So this is the route onto Fort William through the valleys, presuming just goes along that way and then you drop down. That's just the view looking back from where we've just come from this morning along that track. We were just actually saying that we were really tired. Yesterday was the longest day, 21 miles I think, and we ended up doing about a mile up into the forest last night to find somewhere to camp. As you would have gathered, the campsites were full, but in doing so we knocked that off today's trip, which was really good because it was quite a slog up that hill through the woods there. So quite pleased with that. The time we've got now, it's 10 past 8. We've been on the trail since 5 to 7. So I think probably only got about 14 miles to do today, and we'll be meeting the little guy on the bench at the end, where we'll be having a pint. How are we feeling, Michael?
Feeling good.
Last day. So we've just gone through a little area of woodland back there and heading down this trail, which is the last slog down into Fort William. Do you know, guys, we have been so lucky with the weather on this trail. I mean, we have had the odd little shower. They seem to like come and go for like 10 minutes and then they go. But essentially, the only real bit of rain we had was yesterday. Once we went over top of Devil's Staircase, heading down the other side, we had rain for about halfway down until we camped last night. Sort of like on and off again, but that was the only serious bit of rain. Again today, a few clouds in the sky. We haven't got any sun out, but luckily no rain. You can only just say a prayer and hope you get decent weather for this trip, because to do it all in the rain would be absolutely miserable. This is the Battle of Inverloch sign, and it tells a story about what happened in the battle and what the outcome was. So the trail just keeps going up and up. Lovely view looking back like. Michael, you ready for the main? So in the distance ahead here we have the Fort Wilhelm. Well guys, this is the last, I would say, how many miles, Michael? 4 miles. And it's like, you think every corner you're going to go around you're going to see the Wilhelm, but you don't. There's just more track and just miles and miles of trail. And I'll be honest, I said to myself before, I'm not sure I can walk anywhere else for the rest of my life. I think I need a wheelchair. Seriously. But we're going to get there shortly. And Michael is buying the beers. So that's very nice of him. So this is the moment. Just coming into Fort William now. And fair to say, we're both absolutely, like you said you were before, knackered. Well, we've made it to the original end of the West Highland Way. Congratulations from the Ben Nevis Highland Centre. We are now walking into the town looking for a monument to get a photograph taken. And here we are, just arriving at the monument. There he is. Well, that's it. We have made it. Just had our photographs taken with a statue at the end of the West Highland Way. Although, I have to edit all this video. Well, cheers. Cheers.